Hello, welcome back with our Talk with Terry Tuesday. So, we're doing something a little different today because October is Domestic Violence Month and it is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, we have some really great things that we're doing in the community, and we have some guests today who we're going to talk about what they're doing this month for domestic violence, for promoting health and wellness. So we have our lovely Miss Valerie Lott, and we have Miss lovely Glory Blanchard.
Hi.
So we're going to give them some opportunity to talk about what their projects are, the companies they work with, how you can best help, because we are in a giving season. Every day should be giving, but especially around this time, this is a giving season. So we want people to be aware of what they can do to help these organizations. And we are also doing our share to help with the organizations, but we're going to give a little bit more information about that during this topic today. So just to kind of let you know what's going on for this month at the spa, we are giving everyone $25 towards a service if you bring in your mammogram, a copy of your mammogram report, and it has been within the last 12 months. Now, if you're a patient already, then we probably have those reports. If you have not done your mammogram, please schedule it. Because unfortunately, I have been to, September was a hard month. I had a really close friend who passed from breast cancer. And I had a really close friend who passed from colon cancer. And the services were on the same day.
Oh my.
So these are some of these things that we have to make sure we are getting these exams and these tests done. So this is a preventative test. Some people, and talk to your doctor about it. If it's something that you're worried about getting a mammogram, we can go and talk about that for long periods of time. It actually is more to prevent it from being an aggressive point when you're diagnosed. And unfortunately, minorities are diagnosed at a later stage, and they're usually more aggressive at that time. So we really do need to make sure we are getting our mammograms done. And you get $25 towards the service. The other thing is, Botox this month, the holidays are coming. It is $10 a unit when you purchase 50 units. Also, their facials will be $50 off any facial that's $125 or more. And body sculpting, so Cool Sculpting. There's a discount on Cool Sculpting through the month of October, so it's $150 off. And we also still have, so we're making this a routine, our Wind Down Wednesdays. It's every Wednesday. Come and enjoy a glass of wine or mimosa or apple juice or grape juice, whatever you prefer. And you also get 10% off of the facials. So let's get to talking with our guest today. So we're going to start with Ms. Valerie Lott. She's a mentor director for Reclaim 13, which deals with sex trafficking. And I know there was someone else that was listed, but she'll tell you all about it. This is an important thing that people don't talk about as much. It's not something that happens in Florida. It only happens in California, or it's happening here. And we have to kind of be aware. And there are so many different services that those clients, they need when they actually come into their facility. So I'm going to let Valerie give you a little bit of information, some background about it, and how you can best help.
Hello, everyone. My name is Valerie Lott, and I am the mentor director for Reclaim 13. Reclaim 13's mission is about ending sexual exploitation. And with that, we are an organization that deals with survivors and victims of sexual exploitation. At this time, we are part of 3 different areas: healing, prevention, and community engagement. And what we have several different programs in our organization. It's a nonprofit organization. It is also faith-based, so I'm very excited, very happy about that, that it is a faith-based organization. And it was founded in 2012 by Dr. Cassandra Ma. And she started it with 3 board members, and it has grown into an organization where we have 2 homes. We have our first home is Cherish House, and Cherish House is a home for girls who have been sexually abused or sex trafficked at the early age. We have them from 10 to 17 years of age. We are the only um, home that is in Illinois for children that have been exploited. Also, we opened up another home in 2020 during the pandemic. We opened up a home which is a transitional home, and it's for our 18 to 24-year-old young ladies. And that home is where we are still dealing with healing, but we are getting them back into society. We're educating them. We're showing them how to be independent. We work with teaching them how to budget, how to grocery shop, how to get a job, write a resume, how to just be that, getting back into that society and being independent, and also to help them in their process of healing. Then we also have a therapy clinic, and we just opened up our therapy clinic earlier this year, and it's for counseling of not just our girls, but our girls that are in the community. So we have that, and I am part of the mentoring program. So we can't have everyone in our homes. We have a limited amount of space, but there is a forever community that we have out there, and that is where I work with our mentees or our program participants, and we have these program participants that we pair them with trained mentors, and that is also extending that healing process, helping them with education, helping them with counseling, just giving them that person that is behind them, that's being that strong person, that to help encourage them and to continue to push them towards healing and being able to be part of the society. Also, we have our child and family services, which is part working with families and children and continuing to, again, bring forth the healing process. We have to understand that this is not just something that's happening in another country. It is happening here. A lot of times people think that it's just in Chicago, but it's not. It's in your backyard. It is in Mokina. It is in Libertyville, Downers Grove. It is happening in every city, almost every city, and it is a epidemic. And now what we're seeing and what I'm seeing is that now, even with the immigrants coming over, I am in need of more Spanish speaking mentors, because we need to they are being trafficked because they look as if no one cares, but we do care. So I'm asking that you learn more about our organization, and
So how can someone, for instance, someone's interested, they want to help, what can they do? Is there a number they can call? Is there a place where they can donate? Is it something that they can give their time, or do they have to be certified? How do they go about helping?
well, we have on the screen, I think it's going to come up, there's a hotline for those. We have the hotline, there's a local hotline, which is our hotline. And then we also have a hotline for human trafficking. So if you know someone that is being human trafficked, there's the number right there, 888-373-7888. And if you want to learn more about Reclaim 13, there's an info line email that you can send, and it's called info@reclaim13.org. And also, We have, if you want to donate, we are in need. We are taking, again, this is an epidemic. It is not going anywhere. This is the second most profitable crime in our nation, not just our nation, the country. After drugs, this is next. Because many times, um, they use drugs to actually dominate the girls and the women, and then after that they exploit them. So we have that, and you see that on the screen, www.reclaim13.org at /donate. We are in need of volunteers. We're looking for mentors. We have different engagements that come up. We have a very large engagement that we have every year, and that is our gala. And that is going to be this Saturday. Unfortunately, ticket sales have closed, but there you can still bid on the auction items, and that's on the screen right here. And it is this Saturday, and it's going to be at the Oak Brook Hilton Resort. And we have auction items if you would like to, to auction off, if you would like to donate towards that. So it's a big event for us, and this is where we get most of our donations is from our gala. We also, well, question.
Well, does anyone have questions about, like, so I have a question. Is there something in particular that we should look for?
Good question.
That would indicate or maybe signal that this person may be in a situation where they're being sex trafficked?
Yes. Okay, so because we do deal with adults, but our main focus are on children because there's different programs, but children are the ones that we are trying to definitely stop this cycle because it becomes a cycle. But one of the things, parents, you have to be involved with your children. You have to. Social media is it's just overwhelming. And what you have to look at, truancy is one of the number one way that you can see what is going on. Your child not going to school, skipping school, of course, drugs. And if they start bringing home these nice outfits and clothing and jewelry and purses, that's a clear indication. A 14-year-old bringing home things like that and you didn't buy it, you need to find out where that's coming from. What else is there? You're starting to see bruises. You're starting to see the low self-esteem, the head being bowed down. You start seeing the nervousness, things like that. You need to be involved with our children. Sexting is another crime that is happening, and that also gets girls get into this is when you are sending nude photos and people are exploiting you through that. That is a crime. I just found out it's happening in Spain, but it's also coming here. The AI. Okay, that is a big thing. They're taking girls' faces off of Facebook and social media, and they're placing their bodies, not their bodies, but they're taking images of a body, and they're putting it on with their faces, and they're sending it out. Well, this also starts to break down the girl's her self-esteem, and these are lies, but this is things that add to and continues that cycle and gets involved into sex trafficking. So these are things.
Yeah.
So look for the signs. The signs are there. So parents, you just have to be more aware.
So we just wanted to just make sure, because like I said, I think a lot of people don't think about sex trafficking. I mean, it's just, they're like, it's happening somewhere else, but it is happening here. So we just have to be aware. We have to kind of know we need donations. So whatever we'll put that back up one more time, where you could donate. But we are trying to urge people to become more involved.
Yes.
In this, especially if you're able and you have some time and you can mentor.
Yes.
And then we'll, like I said, there's a number we'll put up everything on our website. And we'll send out the information again once we're done. But we just want to make sure you have the information so that you know how you can help, because it's a problem. Now, we are going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to bring another guest on. Come on over. We have one more guest that we're actually adding, and this is Andrea Bird. She works at the Crisis Center of South Suburbia in Tinley Park.
Yes.
So welcome.
Yes, thank you for
We're
having
just
me.
trying to, like I was saying, this is domestic violence month, so we wanted to really make sure people are aware of all of it. So we're delving into different aspects. So now we're going to talk with Gloria about her project. So this is Gloria Blanchard. She is the owner of Silver Lining Solutions for You Incorporated, and this helps individuals return to the workplace.
Absolutely.
So a little bit different gears, but very important still.
Right, and it still segues
Yeah.
onto Valerie's initiative as well. But good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gloria Blanchard, and I'm the owner of Silver Lining Solutions for You. Silver Lining Solutions for You provides assistance to people re-entering the workforce, okay? And people are not working for a number of reasons. There's a myriad of reasons. But we provide assistance for them to get back into the workforce. We provide business attire for them to go for interviews. We also do coaching in terms of interviewing skills, questions to ask during the interview. 9 times out of 10, when people come to an interview, they don't have a question. But everyone has at least one question. So we're going to coach them with that, including resume building. We will show them how to build their resume, and career coaching. My background is human resources development. I've been in the human resources field for a zillion years almost, and I've transitioned out of that role in corporate now to do something to give back to society. And it's always been a passion and dream for me. And I partnered with a number of other nonprofit organizations. I volunteer also doing helping other social services groups. And we will continue to do those partnerships, and because it takes a village, right?
It does.
It takes a village, and I'm really, really looking forward to this worthwhile venture to help people to get back into the workforce, because they're not just working not to work, okay?
Right.
There's a reason. Maybe they've been unemployed for so long, they don't know how to get back out. So we take our recommendations from other social services groups and charities and things like that are helping people to make that transition. And we're here to help, and we have contact information and things of that nature. But we are very, very excited. And there's, I just want to give a little plug on this, Governor State University. I'm partnering with them for the closed classes that will be revealed on October 27th. It's an event at Governor State University. They have a legal clinic as well. And it's really going to be a wonderful event. So please feel free to come out. It's from 10 until 2 on Friday, October 27th. But you'll get more information about Silver Lining Solutions for You on the website.
Now, we're also doing this month where this is another, and this is more to really to give you something so that you can also help, people who are in need. So we are giving $1 per item for personal care items, for the shelter, for suits, shirts, for attire, up to $25. It's not unlimited. But it is really to incentivize us to actually come out and do all those things that are helpful. Now, I know we have a lot of stuff in our closet that we're not using, that we're never going to wear again. Just kind of take 30 minutes, an hour to gather those things, because someone else can use those things if you are not using them. So we're going to have all these things posted at the end. So you can actually see where to bring your items. Now you can bring the items here as well, and we'll have that listed. And once again, we will give $1 per item, up to $25. You can bring more than 25 items, but we will give you $25 to bring those items so that we can actually disperse them to the areas that actually need them. And we'll, like I said, we'll put it back up again, of the items that we need. And once again, this is a time for giving. Every day should be a time for giving, but the holidays are coming. And once again, a lot of the things you can't fit in. It's either too big or it's too small. So give it to someone
that could use it.
that can use it. And so we'll list the governor of state event. Once again, you can also drop your items here. We are not washing clothes, so please bring things that are clean and that people can wear readily. So
On hangers.
yes. And if you don't have hangers, I mean, ideally on hangers, we have hangers too, but you know, ideally if you can bring them on hangers, it's just less work for us, but we are willing to do that because we want to just make sure that they have all those items. Thank you. Gloria.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, our last guest is Andrea Bird. Welcome. And so and she works for the Crisis Center of South Suburbia in Tinley Park. So I'm going to let you talk a little bit about what they need, how we can help, donations, all those things.
Absolutely, yes. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yes. So the Crisis Center for South Suburbia, like the doctor said, is located here in Tinley Park. So we do service individuals from men, women, anyone over 18 years old, who are in need of immediate shelter for safety if they're in a current domestic violence situation. We also have counseling services for individuals so that they can start the process of their healing through working with licensed professional counselors. We have court advocates who are in 2 of the local courthouses. There's court advocates in most all courthouses, but ours are specifically in Bridgeview and the Markham area. And so if you know somebody that needs to get an order of protection or something, they can go to one of the courthouses and seek out somebody that can help them talk about their situation and word it to a judge so that they can understand why this is so important for them to have. We also have a housing department, which is, I'm the director of the transitional and rapid rehousing program. So when individuals come into our shelter, a lot of times they've gone through financial hardships like you have discussed. You know, there are, I say it's a place for healing, you know, for that healing to start. It is a short-term shelter because the goal is to get somebody safe, get them resources that they need, and then get them back out into the community so they can start doing things like finding a job or working with their new place and an apartment and where they can live and have their family go to school or whatever it is that their individual goals are. So our shelter is, our agency is a very big agency. We do lots of different fundraisers throughout the year, but October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And thank you for putting that information on the screen. If you do know somebody who is in need of any of those services, there are only, and I always think this is really important to share with people, is there are only 54 domestic violence agencies in the entire state of Illinois.
Right.
54.
Wow.
And of those, only 6, and our agency is included in as one of those, and consider a non-intimate partner. So if it was a family member or someone that you lived with, like a roommate, that was engaging in domestic violence behaviors, they could still receive services through our agency. So 6 in the entire state of Illinois.
So the rest of them, you have to be
an intimate partner.
Yeah, so they wouldn't consider, like I said, a roommate
Right.
or a family
Right.
member or somebody of that nature who's still very involved in your life,
Yes.
but they don't consider that.
So that's good to know, that
It
they know that there is a place that actually they can go or contact when they have that situation.
Right.
Because I wasn't aware of that.
No,
So-
a lot of people are not aware that there are so few domestic violence agencies. And that's part of the reason our services are short-term, to give somebody that safe place, but then also extend out into the next step of the community process. And joining us is Janice, Janice Berry. She's from our development department.
Okay.
And she can tell you a little bit more. I gave a brief overview of the agency services and of any other events that we have coming up.
Welcome, Janet.
Thank you so much for having us. Well, October is our big month,
Yes.
Domestic Violence Awareness Month, to get the community engaged more than ever. The community is always engaged with Crisis Center, but there's so many ways to help. Number one, getting the message out. Absolutely supporting all the messaging that we do on social media, liking, sharing all of our posts. We like to not only always ask for help, but also put out facts and community education about domestic violence, which we know exists in every community. And we hear about it more and more every day. And then ways to help, it's always a mixture of money and stuff and time, because we rely on all of those to make our agency be able to do the work it does with all of our thousands of clients every year. So we rely on volunteers to do everything with us. From my department has a volunteer that comes in twice a week to help us clerically. We have dozens and dozens of volunteers we use at our events each year, our gala in February, our golf outing in the summer, and various things. We have volunteers that our Neat Repeats operation uses hundreds of volunteers who commit 4 hours a week every week. So we rely on volunteers. We rely on community support for education, monetary support always. The month of October, we have a match going thanks to the generosity of BMO Harris Bank. Any donation monetarily made, any amount up to $15,000 will be matched dollar for dollar by BMO Harris Bank. And then I always tell people our agency also needs stuff always. There are so many immediate needs of our clients. Right now it's linens in the form of pillows and comforters for the shelter. Because when you think about how many beds our shelter has, how many families we move into housing, as Andrea's department does, you can move someone into the housing, but if you don't equip them with everything they need, we're not setting them up for success. So we try to provide bed linens, towels, sheets. So as an agency, we go through a lot of linen. So right now we're collecting standard bed pillows, just standard sized bed pillows, and twin comforters are some of our needs right now. As well as always paper goods, always year round, paper towels, cleaning products, because if you move into apartments, you get a box, an opening box of supplies. And I always say it's things that luckily you and I are always, we can open a closet or a pantry, and we have those things in our residence. So we try to do all those things to set up our clients, and the community partners really help make that happen for us.
Now, where should they, if they have a lot of items they want to donate, they can certainly bring them here. What are some of the other locations of where they could actually drop off those items? And I know I'd spoken to you earlier, and some things that you don't think about, like the robes, the slippers, sensitive, skincare. And so, and I know people are helpful, but we want to make sure we're getting things that you definitely need that you're not getting.
Right, yeah. People don't realize, they're always generous in donating those goods, but so many individuals come in that do have sensitive skin, and then if we don't have that product to give them, that causes discomfort to them. And we want to make the transition from leaving the environment they were in to being the most safe and helping them to be most successful and to feel comfortable, to just feel comfortable in your own skin again. And sometimes it is as simple as having those sensitive skincare products or a robe to walk, from your room to, the shower. Those are things that I think when I was talking to you originally, I said, I'm lucky enough to have, maybe 2 robes hanging up in my closet and I don't even think about it. And then you have individuals who have come into our shelter or our counseling departments or through court who literally come in with the clothes that are on their body, and so we do our best to help provide them and be as most comfortable as possible.
Okay.
So we always accept donations. The shelter location is kept confidential. So we ask donations to be brought, we're right down the street, 8201 West 183rd Street. We have a warehouse.
Okay.
The important part is Suite A as an apple. You drive around to the back and it's a warehouse. We have signage and it identifies us as crisis center. We call it our warehouse. It's our distribution for everything, whether it goes to shelter clients, counseling clients, housing clients. We stage and store everything there. And we have staff on site there Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursdays from 9 to 12.
Okay.
And that always goes up in December during the holiday season. That's a great place. Limited hours for staffing. Also, we have our Neat Repeat stores at 155th and 94th Avenue in Orland and 10 West 111th in Worth. It's by Fair Play Foods. That's all I remember.
It's in that strip mall of Fair Play Foods.
Yes, and so they're open Monday through Saturday, Monday, Friday, and Saturday 10 to 4, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 10 to 7. And anytime the Neat Repeat stores are open, in the back doors, our volunteers will accept gently used clothing, shoes, purses, household items, gently used. So we have a network, we have a truck, we have guys, I call it our 2 guys in the truck, and they'll move things around as we need.
Okay.
And you can always call Andrea or myself, and we will gladly make arrangements to accept whatever donations come our way for the benefit of our clients.
So, it is something that I don't think it gets enough of all the different organizations that you all operate. So thank you all for what you do, because it is important. And we all have an hour. We have clothing that we're not wearing. We have something that we can give back. And I will tell you, I feel better when I am giving versus when I am receiving.
Absolutely.
And yes, it's, the holidays are coming. It's getting, we live in Illinois, so it's getting colder outside. So we really need for people to just kind of, not even reach in deep, but just reach in and try to support the different organizations. And domestic violence, yes, it's domestic violence month, but it happens all year long. And so we have to be involved all year. So I just wanted to do something just to kind of make all of these situations a little bit more aware. And so hopefully, like I said, we are trying to do our share. So I'll reiterate, we are doing $1 per item, up to 25 items. You can bring more that you can use towards the service, but we really do want you to donate. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So it's a little different than what we normally do, but these are important subjects that we have to talk about, and I think the more we talk about it, hopefully the better it will get. So thank you guys. A little different than what we are usually used to, but we will have all the different organizations, the events that are going on, how you can donate, how you can reach them. But I want to thank everyone for coming, sitting down with me, talking about these important issues.
Thank you.
And so we will see you next month. Still in the giving mood, so we're gonna keep all this going. But thank you for tuning in. If you have questions, you can contact us at Allure Laser Med Spa. The phone number is 708-864-4988. We can pass on their information if you didn't get it. You can share this information with your friends, your family, but we want to make sure that you are aware. Okay? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you
Thank
later.
you.
Bye.
Bye.